for us when we do that. And so that's why Delilah was able to, and he got so comfortable that he went to sleep in her lap. And she got his hair cut his hair. Because she pouted, she said, "Oh, you don't really love me, huh? Because if you love me, you would tell me where your strength is." And so we have to be careful with when people are trying to walk up on us. And so women know women, and men know men. So listen to your wives. It's just like it's a commercial. It's such a enemy. It's a commercial, and I think was it a pizza commercial or something like that? And the guy is calling on the phone, and they got him on hold. You know how sometimes you're on hold. And on the call, it was saying to him, "Don't listen to your wife." Now, this is a subliminal message, I believe. And so, men hearing this, this commercial, you're like, "Oh man, that's so funny." And then your wife say something to you like, "I ain't listening to you," because you done heard that. You done heard that in your ears, and you see this commercial, you heard that, like, and she say, "Babe, can you do this?" And you like, I ain't listening to her. I ain't gotta listen to you. And actually, something happened to me and Makiba. We was at the cleaner. We went to the cleaners, and so we had to put some stuff in the cleaners, the tablecloth in the cleaners, and so I brought them all in. I had a whole bunch of them, and so I'm like, okay, So I asked her, well, how much are the tablecloths going to be? And so she's like, they're going to be like $15. I'm like, $15? How much for one rib? And so, so I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. So I'm like, okay, hold on. So Makiba was in the car, and so I went to the car. I'm like, babe, she said they was going to be like $15 a piece, and we had a lot of them. So it's like, okay, this is going to be like, okay, let's see. I'm trying to make sure that you're being wise, that it's in the budget and stuff like that, and all that. And so Makiba was like, well, babe, we need them. We got to do this, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, so let's not put all of them in there. Let's put the amount that we really need. Okay, so we did that. So I'm like, okay, fine, let's take some away and we'll put the amount. So I went back in there, and so the lady, this is the owner, she said, "You had to go talk to the boss, huh?" I'm thinking like, see, that could have started World War III. And you hear what I'm saying? That could have started, in my mind, that could have started World War III. I get in the car, and Makiba said something to me, "You are not the boss of me. You ain't not about mama." The enemy, we got to be careful with the things that people say. And so I just, she was laughing or whatever, and I'm like, I just in my mind, I'm like, no, I'm just cursing. And so I shared it with Makiba, because you want to make sure your spouse know what's happening, what's going on. And so just so if the enemy would try, because Makiba would know, she wouldn't have no clue if I just came out with a Tommy gun, just start just shooting at her. She's like, "Boy, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? I am your wife. Why are you shooting at me?" And so it's like, I'm like, you can't allow people to say things. So of course you gotta, cast down vain imagination, negative and opposite words. And so of course, by me sharing that with her, and I was saying, Makiba, me and her talked about it. I'm like, it's not about who's the boss or anything like that. It's about submission. It's about, us submitting one to another. It's not about, because a slow fade takes place when we make unilateral decisions. When we as men and or women, the slow fade takes place when you start making unilateral decisions. You go out and buy a 55-inch TV. Your wife is at the grocery store grocery shopping for you and the children. And she go up there with her card expecting the card to go through, and when she swipe it, like ding, 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 your funds has been on hold. You like, hold on, what's up? I know how much money we got up in there. So the next thing she doing, she on the phone. Babe, I went to the grocery store, and I felt a little embarrassed because I had all these groceries for what happened, babe? And sometimes the husband be like, I don't know. And we already know what be going on. You get what I'm saying, George? We just say the first thing we say, well, babe, I don't know. And then you like, well, I was just at the store. I just picked up this 55-inch TV, for downstairs for the family room. you know the Super Bowl is coming up in February, so I was going to invite some of the fellas over. So your wife is blowing steam out of her nose and her ears. Like, are you kidding me? So she like, you know what? I can't even talk to you no more. You know what? Before I go there, sister girl with you, I'm just gonna hang up with the phone, babe, and I'm just gonna breathe. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna hang up the phone. I'm gonna call you back, or you can call me back, but I can't talk to you right now. And so the enemy tried to use. I believe the enemy was trying to use that, and he knew this was before the marriage retreat, and so I believe the enemy was trying to use that to start something. You know, just like okay, like it was like a little a match strike, and so you strike a match, and then you got this. You set it down, you know, and then the whole force is on fire because you dropped the match and you thought you let it out, but you didn't. And so that slow fade, people of God, it really will affect us. It really is an enemy to our oneness when you make a decision and you do not include your spouse. You know, and you have to include them in because that's what true intimacy is. And so they feel like, okay, well, I'm feeling left out, you know, but you ain't tell me you was going to, you know, you ain't tell me you was coming home late. You know, oh, babe, I ain't say that. I ain't call you. I ain't text. No, you ain't text me. You ain't do no smoke signals. You ain't did nothing. You ain't did nothing. You just said, you know, like, okay, oh, man, my wife, she know, I'm gonna be good. No, it's about mutual submission. You know, the Bible says for us, you know, husbands, you know, or wives be submitted to your husband. But it also says for the husband be submitted to their wives. It's not a dictatorship. I'm not I'm the king of my castle and all that stuff, but not in the sense of I'm running and walking over her. Right. You know, I have to value her opinion because many times when I did not value her opinion, I crashed and I burned. And so we have to know that because God has given them some wisdom and they know some things, they've experienced some things, we have to make sure that we're listening to them with our hearts and listening to their hearts, what they're saying to us, because it's going to help you. It's like man, Apostle, that was a great exercise, that my wife is not the enemy, that I'm not the enemy of my wife, and she's not the enemy of me. And so when we said that, I thought that was so powerful for us to be able to say that. And so to let us know, that's to let you know that whenever your husband or your wife is saying something, it's to help you and not to hurt you.
So what Pastor Mike, even as he was talking, you know, I've read the scripture for a long time, how Satan is the accuser of the brethren. But when I think about brethren, I think about you all. I didn't think about Mike. And all day, he's accusing Mike to me. You know Mike didn't do that. He didn't take the garbage out. You know he said he was going to do that. He still ain't paying it. You see? He's accusing Mike to me. And he's accusing me to Mike. All she do is nag. I know she told me to take the garbage out. All right. But to you that's nagging. But to me that's like, babe, it's smelling here. We like the Febreze commercial. We can't even open the door and let nobody in. He in there cleaning that fish. He like, baby, I'm getting dinner ready. And she see the whole sea of fish. He can't smell it because he cleaning that fish. And baby, I got it going for him. It's going to be good when you get there. I call it fresh. And then her mind, she like, Lord have mercy, what does fresh mean? Get the Febreze. Somebody get a cup of vinegar. Put vinegar on the counter to get that, absorb the smell. If I go to church, I'm not going to be smelling like fish. All that. So now we need to shower. We running. You see how we process that different? He in there smiling. He got cornmeal. Baby, the grease is hot. I got to fry daddy. I'm going to fry it up for you. Daddy going to fry it. Your man like, man, I got to clean that oil up. I'm going to smell like fish. It's going to get all in my hair. You see that? Just that easy, right? So I love when Pastor Mike when he just begins to teach us these things, because that cleaners lady sowed a seed. She tried to sow a seed and was hoping he would bite the bait so that he could feel so uncomfortable with like, I am the man. He get I'm a man. I'm like, That's why I married you. You know, I like your manners. So the Bible tells us in Psalms 1, it tells us, walk not in the counsel of the ungodly. That was ungodly counsel. That was ungodly words. She was saying things. So a lot of times we got to really be careful that we are very mindful. If your co-worker is either she's saved or not, either he's saved or not, period. Can we just make that simple? Either you black or white. Don't put me in no gray zone. Either you love God or you don't. Either you love him or you hate him. Either you with him or you against him. So when I see you, I got to look beyond your title as co-worker, and I got to see the spirit behind you, because behind every person is a real spirit. And I need to know who team you on. Because if you are on the enemy's team, where do you guys let down your guard the most? I want to ask you guys that question. Where do you let down your guard the most? Is it church? Is it work? Is it the kids' school? Is it when you're doing your lawn work and you feel comfortable there? You're in your comfort zone. When you're cleaning your car. What do you love? What do you really like? What makes your heart smile? See, because Satan after that smile in the heart. And the thing is, you know, when cats get with mice, they don't kill the mice sometime right away. They play with it. And I want to ask you, what are you playing with? So you didn't go all the way. He said it was the second glance that got you in trouble. You didn't go all the way, but it was in the back of your mind to play with later. So when she go to church, I could play with that thing. When he go to play sports, I could play with that thing. Because I ain't kill it. I just tucked it away for another moment. Okay, let's do your sports. Come on. Because sometimes it ain't a woman. Sometimes it's your favorite team that you prioritize over her. It's your girls' night out. What do you put ahead of your spouse that you are not even aware that you're really doing it? That's what I want God to light bulb start coming on. Man, when he called, and you see he called, who do you prefer to talk to over him? And you send him the quick message, I'll call you right back. Watch that. Because it's coming to take honor from them. Honor from them, little by little. A woman don't just disrespect a man right out the gate.